Tune in now to the hottest sports podcast, 910 Sports. 910 Sports. We discuss the latest topics in sports, interview the athletes from all over the country, known and unknown, while spotlighting the youth of today and tomorrow with host Icon E, Mr. Personality Jacob the Great, Crystal, a.k.a. Miss Wildfire, KB the Amazing, and Steve O, a.k.a. Mr. All Everything Georgia.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon E, and we're here this morning, 910 Sports, episode 35. Once again, I want to thank God for this opportunity to be here on this glorious Sunday morning. We have hopefully have another great show for you today. You know what I mean? It meets to your pleasure and your liking and your entertainment. So we're gonna get right into it, man. So I knew this was going to happen this morning. So, of course, I went on my Facebook timeline a little bit, just kind of see from last night to this morning. And it's funny to me how all I've been hearing all since last year, since KD, Kevin Durant had his big so-called great playoff run, and, you know, Kyrie Irving got hurt and James Harden was out, how all of a sudden Kevin Durant was the best player in the world. And I at the end of the championship run, I said, no, it's Giannis. I said, first of all, Giannis put up a 50-piece in the final game of the finals. He basically went from not being able to shoot free throws to be able to shoot free throws on his last game of the finals. So I said, Giannis is the best player in the world. I said this since last year. Now, people that know me know I'm a big LeBron James fan. So for me to give it up to somebody else finally, other than LeBron James, what's up, man?
What's going on, Icon?
Can you hear me? What's going on, man? So I was talking about this morning how everybody basically, you know, since last year's finals and some even before that was saying KD was the best player in the world. So
yeah, I heard that.
Ever since last year's finals, I said that Giannis. I've been saying Giannis since last year, and everybody know me know I'm a huge LeBron James fan. But so people that know me know for me to give it to somebody else was honorable of me, or like let me know like, okay, you got some integrity about you because you're not like all these other LeBron James fans. They're just gonna give it to him just because he's LeBron James. No, I give credit what's credit is due. If LeBron James to me I feel like he's still top 5. Yes, but for him to really be top 5 don't even make no sense to me. For him to be top 5 in the 20th year, so he shouldn't be top 5 if you think about it. So he's still playing beyond his years. But getting back to KD, you know what I'm saying? And then when people say, well, now KD never said he was the best player in the world. But when he make comments like I'm freaking KD Durant, I'm KD freaking KD Durant, whatever you want to say.
Yeah,
when he made that comment when Patrick Beverley was up in him
and his mama came out and said that he's the best player in the world. You know, she's not gonna say that without him. You know what I'm saying?
He said it exactly. He probably ain't saying it loud, but he's probably saying it behind closed doors. So this is my thing. The last 3 games of these playoffs, he has looked flat out terrible. Whether you gonna say he got punked, whether you say he's choky, whatever it is, if it was LeBron James, people would be saying all of this.
LeBron.
But
they be killing
him.
Right. Oh my God!
Exactly. But for some reason, because it's Kevin Durant, they give this man a pass every single time. I heard somebody say last night, "Oh well, he don't have a bench. He tired." Oh, okay, now he tired now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but he the best player in the world. But now he tired. Yeah. Now I just seen Giannis' team yesterday blow somebody up by 30, and they ain't had their second best player, and they won by 30.
So I actually thought they were gonna struggle without Middleton. I was shocked, man. I thought they were gonna struggle without Middleton.
So my thing is what we doing? Like, is Kevin Durant, the best player now. And I just told my boy this morning who said something about it, like, oh, y'all LeBron James fans, y'all want to talk about KD. He at home, you know what I'm saying? So y'all keep being delusional. And my thing was, no, sir. Kevin Durant gonna take his medicine this morning. He gonna take this pill. You know what I'm saying? Because all I hear is about y'all saying this man the best player in the world. When you the best player in the world, then you got to swallow that pill. You got to take it on the head. You know what I'm saying? Even Jordan back in the day, when he was considered best player in the world, when he would come up short in the playoffs before he started winning, he had to take that pill. So every player, if you consider the best player in the world by the masses, when you choke in the playoffs, when you have a bad playoffs, you got to take that pill. I don't care who it is. And Kevin Durant will take this pill this morning. So what's your thoughts on all this, my brother?
For one, I'm shocked that Boston is up, 3-1?
3-0.
That's kind of shocking right there. I didn't think, 3-0. 3-0. My bad. 3-0. It's kind of shocking because I always say it's not a series until the home team loses. And with KD them losing yesterday, yeah, man, I think that people are going to question. You got to question him or Kyrie. You got to do one or the other.
Yeah.
And we already know Kyrie. I never feel like he was fully committed this year, anyways. And I think that when they mashed the COVID loss, he was happy. But I think he kind of was. I don't think he want to play every game like that. That's just my opinion. I do think KD is one of the top 3 players in the world. But I've been like you ever since LeBron, declined because of age. I've always said it's been Giannis. Only thing Giannis needs is that jump shot, that step back. The only thing Giannis don't have is a step back. And now that he's actually consistently shooting like above 35% from 3 this year, how can you not think Giannis is not the best player in the world, man? The man, look at him. That means they look at him, bro. He's literally unstoppable. And even with Chris Middleton gone last night, they still blew their team out. So, yeah.
This is my thing, though, KB. This is my thing. What's up, KB?
KB, what's up, bro?
What up?
And this is my thing. This was my thing with that whole thing about his 15-foot jump shot. See, this is what's wrong with the new age NBA. Back in the day, when you was dominant, whatever you did to be dominant, you was just dominant. It wasn't, Hakeem Olajuwon had to have a 15-foot jumper. Shaq had to have a 15-foot jumper.
Shaq was shooting threes. Yep.
No, whatever you did to get you your 30 to 40 a night, and whatever you was great at, you was just great at it. So the thing about it is, Giannis is just he's a throwback player in a new age generation that's dominating by doing old school things. Period. That's the thing about it is, well, I don't care if you get 100 and all of them is layups or dunks like it was Daniel, like Wilt Chamberlain. If you're productive on a regular night, on a regular basis, it don't matter how you get to that 40 or that 50. So we need to stop this whole narrative that Giannis has to have a 15 jump shot to be dominant. No, he don't. You know what I'm saying? That's just that new narrative, that new mindset. And like I told y'all last week, if Armando Bacot was drafted 10 years ago, he would be the number one pick in the draft. Why? Because back then, that's when they still like true big men. Now, if you ain't a big man that can't shoot a 3, then you don't get drafted, which is ridiculous. But yeah, but what you think about it?
I think
we were talking about.
I think
KD wasn't his pill. I want KD to take his pill because everybody want to say they want to throw LeBron to the mix and they want to make excuses for him. No, bro, you the number one player in the world. Take this pill. You know what I'm saying? What you think?
Hey, that's real. Like,
yeah,
you can't say you're the best and perform like that. I mean, overall, when you look at it in totality, yes, KD is up there. But as far as this series, you just not producing. Like, you and Kyrie don't have an excuse as to why y'all aren't competitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have what's needed to get it done. Y'all just aren't doing it. So it makes James Harden look real good, and it makes them look real bad. I mean, the 76ers are looking fine.
I can't go that far, but I can't go that far.
But they
go that far. They're still like about 50.
I mean, but they're doing a lot better than the Nets are. You know what I'm saying? And the Nets were promised to be.
Who you saying, KB?
Huh?
Who you saying?
I'm saying Harden and the 76ers.
Oh man, I don't know. Embiid got hurt last night. They might be done.
No.
I ain't gonna lie.
No.
Embiid got hurt yesterday.
But
Again.
I know,
He got hurt again. So yeah, I think they might be done. He like hurt. He was limping. He wasn't even walking. You know what I'm saying?
He was hurt before the game started. Well, they said he was ailing. I guess he was hurt a little bit before the game started, but he decided to make it a go at it. But I didn't know he got hurt.
Yeah, he hurt himself. Kyle Lowry pulled his hamstring, so I think he done for the series too. It's a couple. And the NBA talking about.
I know one thing which I was talking about as far as Giannis, making him, like you said, his jumper makes him more, dangerous. I think it does in a sense to where it makes it more versatile. Like when you think of, like you said, the true big man, he is a true big man. But what makes a guy like him more dangerous when he has a jumper is the defense got to play him different. Like if he gets the ball at the 3-point line, you got to step up because he might shoot it now. And when you step up, he's gonna go right past you because he's big and strong enough and fast enough. If you don't pull up in his face, he might shoot it, and now he just might make it. So it's like pick your poison. Like you rather him shoot the three, or you want him to take it to the hole, and that's what makes it dangerous when he can shoot the ball.
Well, I'm not saying that he doesn't have to have. It's not gonna make him a better player to have it. But what I'm saying is this narrative of, because he doesn't do that, he's not as good as Durant, or he's not as good as these other players does that. And I'm like, it doesn't matter, because that'd be the same thing of saying Shaq was never as good as this person or that person. Because he was never good as Duncan, because Duncan had a 15-foot jump shot and Shaq didn't. And I'm like, that makes no sense, because if you productive, you productive. It doesn't matter of how you get there. That's why I never liked the whole killer instinct of Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan and all that, because I'm like, if you winning and you productive, it don't matter how you productive as long as you winning. I don't got to go down the same street you went to get to the same house. If it's two different ways to get to the house, and I figure I want to go this way and you go that way, whatever way we go, as long as we get to the same house, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And this thing, and I'm gonna tell you something, and people will kill you for this. When I made an argument a couple of years ago about Kevin Durant being the best player in the world. And people would say to me, well, Kevin Durant never said that. Well, you never heard Kevin Durant say that. But Kevin Durant, think about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is very manipulative in the way he does things. Kevin Durant will imply, he will say things in a way where you know what he means, but just because he don't flat out say it, then, he didn't say that. But he's made references to him being the best player in the world. He's made reference of saying he's better than LeBron James and whatever. And this is when LeBron James was consensus number one. So when you imply something the way Kevin Durant has, but then when somebody asks you a question, you try to act like you threw the rock and try to hide your hand like you never said it or you never meant it like that. That's what bothers me with Kevin Durant. So my thing is, bro, either if you want to be the man, be the man. If you don't, then then leave it alone. But my thing is you know that everybody knows and you believe that you're the best player in the world. So you gonna take this medicine this week. When y'all get beat, I don't know if it's gonna be a flat out sweep. It better not be for his sake. And this is another thing I'm gonna get on y'all too. I'm gonna get on. I think, who is it? I think it's KB. Let me make sure I got the right person. What up, Chris? Let me make sure I got the right person. What if it's KB? Ain't it KB that told me just last week, because of his skill set, he better than AI? Didn't somebody tell me Kyrie was better than AI? AI would never play like this.
That was not me.
I thought one boys too. So yeah, Chris, glad you came on. So first of all, you and Steve-O. We already know. AI would never play like this in the play. I don't care if he took an L every game. He would never play the way Kyrie Irving. And what's wrong with Kyrie Irving? They gonna tell him when he's hungry. What's wrong with Kyrie? You know what I'm saying? Because he can't eat his banana. He eating their bananas last night. What happened? Somebody in the background or something.
That's not an indication of Brother Iverson. I mean, I'm gonna let you have your moment. Because Kyrie played horrible. He's played horrible the last 2 games. So I'm gonna let you have your moment. But this has nothing to do with whether he's better than Iverson or not. Like literally nothing. He's playing terrible. KD's playing terrible. It's just I'm gonna let you have your moment though. So
Kyrie, man. Kyrie, man. I don't know if he just, like I told you, when they passed the law that said he has to play every game, he ain't been the same since. When he was playing every other day or when he wanted to, bro was balling.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think Boston has the right plan. They got their coach was just on the net staff. He knows how to play.
Oh yeah, he was.
And the defensive, and they're number 1 in defense, and they killing them. And Nets can't stop nobody.
And that's another thing. When they gonna address that elephant in the room? Steve Nash is terrible.
Huh? Yeah, they gotta wait.
Yeah, he's terrible. Steve Nash can't coach a little bit.
We knew this. We all knew this when he got the job.
Like,
we knew that.
But listen, we can't use. Go ahead, Icon.
Huh? No, I was gonna say this man has made zero adjustments. He makes lesser adjustments than Doc Rivers, and I thought Doc Rivers was bad. But Steve Nash makes no adjustments at all.
Well, you can't blame coaching. If you the Nets, you can't blame coaching because Kyrie came out and said, we don't need a coach. We could coach ourselves. He literally said that. It doesn't matter who's the coach. We can coach ourselves. Well, they can't use coaching as an out. We can say coaching, but the Nets can't use coaching because they're supposed to be able to coach themselves. So coach yourself.
I mean, ain't working. That's just one person. That don't got nothing to do with the whole team, yo. That's one person. This is the same guy that said the world is flat.
He's one of the leaders of the team. Coach him.
Is he?
He one of the best.
He just on the
team. So coach him.
You say he the point guard.
I say he's one of the best players on the team.
No. KB said he the point guard. I mean, just because you're the point guard don't make you the leader of the team.
I mean, you're supposed to be the floor general.
Coach yourself to a sweep.
I mean, that's what it looked like. I mean, because you know the crazy part about it when you watch the game, and sometimes you can watch a game in a situation, you can say, man, if they do this, they could probably win. If they do that, they'll probably pull out. They could probably turn the series around. But the thing about it is that the bad part about it is that Robert Williams came back last night. And he dominated Drum, Big Penguin. And I'm like, Robert Williams last night was his first game. He didn't play in that game before that. He didn't play game 2.
Okay.
Last night was his first game. But my thing was, if Big Drum can't even get off a little bit, they really in trouble. Because Drum was their only, like, interior player, block shots, do all of that type guy. If Robert Williams is neutralizing him, they really in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't see really they might steal a game the next one, but I don't see nowhere in the world that's coming out from 3-0 just by the fact that they don't have an advantage nowhere. And their one advantage was Kevin Durant, and they figure out a way to neutralize him. So my thing is, where's the advantage? And Kyrie Irving is too. He's getting dominated because Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown, Tatum, they're just as big and just as fast as him. So he can't get those little moves off that he gets and get past it. Because every time he tries to do those dribble Uncle Drew moves, they up in him. And then they let them play real defense in the playoffs. And not, you know what I'm saying? Not that high school defense they let them play in the regular season. But anyway, we're gonna come back on Nominal Sports for a quick break. We'll be right back with our comments. Okay, we back here on 910 Sports. I don't know why I got this echo. But anyway, so what are y'all? Because I know y'all was talking about Philadelphia and them winning yesterday, and I didn't even know that B was hurt. I know I heard Steve Van Fleet when he got hurt. I did see that. So I don't know, but I don't think either way. I don't think Philadelphia will get past the next round regardless. So James Harden, to me, I feel like he's dangerous. From what I've seen, I don't see no indication that he's the same player at all. And I'm gonna let Crystal defend your boy. So you tell me what you think.
I don't know what you're talking about because Harden is not my boy.
I mean, you earlier, he's still getting up 25 and 10 and all this. I was let me know what you said that I ain't saying.
Well, I'm just telling the truth, and y'all don't like to hear the truth. I'm just telling the truth. That's it. I ain't saying I'm no Harden apologist. I just tell you what's true, or what I think is true. How about that? My opinion on it. He still looks fat to me.
You say he still look fat?
Yeah, he still looks overweight. Let me not say fat, but he still looks overweight to me.
Look, we say he still look fluffy.
Yeah.
You call that man fluffy.
But that's an indication to me, like that's an indictment on him, because that doesn't make any sense. How you done played a whole NBA season and you still out of shape? That don't even go together. Like, I understand when you first start the season, or you come back from an injury, like first 15 games maybe, then you maybe kind of a little bit out of shape trying to get yourself back into it. But how do you go a whole NBA season and you still out of shape? Like, I just can't roll with that reasoning to me. What y'all think, fellas? I just can't go with it.
Magic City wins. You can't work out at Magic City when you leave practice or when you shoot around. You go straight to the day shift. And then as soon as you get out the game, you right back in there at night. That don't add up, man. You'll never see LeBron doing stuff like that. They might go out here and but LeBron James, Harden out here is like, he'll get on the plane right after the game and performing with the rappers that's in New York, performing in the rappers that's in the close vicinity, but he's not really dedicated. He loves being an NBA player, he loves the lifestyle, but I don't think he cares about being all-time great.
Well, you know what? Let's not even use LeBron this morning because all these haters, when you say LeBron, he in the playoffs right now. So let's just say Steph Curry. Let's use another player that's in the playoffs. So when you say LeBron, all these haters won't get all in their feelings. So we're going to say Steph Curry would never go out and do that. You know
the reason I say LeBron, because LeBron always made it famous, like he put $1 million on his back. Like, I don't think I've ever heard another player that come out and say they spent $1 million literally on their body. You know, and they just show you his dedication.
Well, you know, they said Curry got a hybrid chamber. He got one of those.
I believe
one of those Michael Jackson chamber things. They was talking about that last week. That's why he able to, like after his last injury, he was able to recover so fast because he got some kind of hyperbaric chamber in his house or something now to help him recover fast.
I remember T.O. having one like that. I know they talked about T.O. having one. So yeah, I believe.
Yeah, so I think some players are starting to kind of take heed to what LeBron is doing, or whatever, the one that actually want to have some longevity to him. I think some players are starting to maybe we need to kind of take some of his regimen on and do certain things so we can last as long as him or whatever. So I mean, I think AD need to sleep in it until September, October. He just need to sleep in it. You know what I mean? Like every night when he go to bed, get in the chamber. So that's the only way he's gonna go injury free. So LeBron James said he will never miss the playoffs again. So
that's what he said.
That means either you're gonna get rid of AD, not to do this, or AD needs to sleep. Huh?
You gonna get rid of AD?
Because What he there for? I mean, shoot, we got ball boys, we got water boys, and he's doing their job right now. He's sitting over there with them. He's doing the same thing they doing, sitting over there waiting for a timeout to get up and cut. He probably go out there and sweep and wipe down the set on the floor. So that's all.
I'm just trying to think of the team. I'm just trying to think of the team you gonna put around LeBron. Like, what's okay? So AD go trade for another star. Like, what's the other star you gonna put with LeBron?
It got to be a big man.
Man, I don't necessarily got to be a big man because I mean, you know,
you got
Kevin
Westbrook
Love and Ross were like extra. So if you put another wing or behind, you can put another.
But they had
wing.
centers though.
You don't necessarily have to put another wing. Huh?
That's when they were playing like Tristan Thompson was playing pretty good. When they made that run, I mean, he wasn't a main factor, but he did what he was supposed to do: get rebounds, kick it out. So he needed somebody to be under the paint and get the board.
But you saying as the second best player though?
No, it doesn't necessarily have to be a second best player, but I think you want a very, very good center.
So they were talking about your boy wanting to go back to LA, LiAngelo. Or LaMelo, sorry, LaMelo. Would he be a good fit beside LeBron?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Why you feel like no? Why you say no?
LeBron needs the ball. LaMelo needs the ball. No. And he doesn't have a steady jumper. He ain't knocking down shots like that. No. And he's still young. I'm not saying he won't get that. I'm just saying right now. And LeBron is in win now mode. Not he need to keep developing 2 or 3 more years. He's win now. He needs somebody who can play right now.
You don't think LeBron can put that switch on him, like help him flip that switch?
No, he don't have time for that. LeBron is in his 20th season. He don't have time to flip no switches. He need to make sure his switch stay flipped. Because Father Time to get him.
Yeah.
I would say Damian Lillard would be a better fit because I think Damian Lillard, he needs the ball. He's more unselfish. I think Damian Lillard would buy in more, and he's very highly productive as far as being able to, get his shot off without, and figuring out a way to score. And then the thing about it is a lot of time when Dame Lillard shoots, he can score off of curls and pin downs and stuff like that, so they can actually draw plays to get him off. So I think Dame Lillard would be a better look than LaMelo when it comes to that, being productive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I don't think
he's gonna give you 30 tonight.
And I don't think LeBron has a problem with somebody being a primary scorer because he's gonna get his. But he needs somebody that's going to be that guy. Like that's what Westbrook was supposed to be. Westbrook was supposed to be that guy that move everybody out the way, go to the hole, take over the game. And LeBron's going to be, the guy that pull up, be in the corner. You know what I'm saying? He's still going to get his 20 points. You know what I'm saying? But that was what it was supposed to be. But Westbrook was just a turnover machine.
Turnover machine, that damn brick machine.
Now, I was saying Tay Wilson and Bron not giving the ball up looks like people thought he would. And I said, no, I disagree because he was trying to give the ball. They was trying to get the keys to the car to Russell Westbrook to run the show, but he showed the inability to do so. When you turning the ball over 9 times, 10 times a game, I can't just keep giving you the keys if you're going to keep running the car off the road. You know what I'm saying? You're going to keep hitting the wall and bumping in other cars like you're a 75-year-old woman. I can't do it. Or man, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So eventually I got to take these keys back because you keep wrecking my car. Shortcut me calling every other day. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I need these keys back. So that ain't about to happen. So I disagree with that. LeBron won. That's the whole point of getting Russell Westbrook. He handpicked Russell Westbrook just for that reason because he felt like I can start resting during these games sometimes. So and then save myself for the fourth quarter. If you have somebody like a Dame Lillard, you can let Dame Lillard bring the ball up the court for the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter come around, if you got to get back on and then and like set up plays and do whatever to get him his shot off or get your shot off in the fourth quarter, then it's all well and good. But he even tried to do it with Kyrie. If you watch when he played with Kyrie, the first 2-3 quarters, he let Kyrie bring the ball up. Fourth quarter, he facilitates offense and help Kyrie get a shot off. So this whole notion that LeBron got to have the ball every single time down the court is no. Have you watched LeBron James for 19 years? No, he did not have to have the ball every single time. Even Dwayne Wade at some time would be a facilitator in moments of games, especially if he had the better matchup in certain games. So this notion he has to have the ball is not true.
Right.
You know, I mean, we played with Cleveland the first time around. He was playing with me, you, and Crystal. So he had to have the ball every single time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he dominated the ball early on in his career. Well, Crystal
don't do it, y'all. Like
he was actually off
Miles and Il
he was the GOAT back in the day. But,
Right. But
you know,
the difference is he had shooters though. That's the only thing. This year it just was exposed. He didn't have one. He didn't have one. So if they're able to get a shooter or two
who you talking about, LeBron?
Yeah. He always had somebody that was
Malik Monk. Don't hit him, Malik Monk. Malik Monk is.
And Malik is one person though. You need more than one shooter.
Right. He had Kyle Korver.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying, don't hit him, Malik.
They should have kept Caruso, man. They let go of too many people, man. They let go of too many people. They let go of Alex Caruso.
Yeah.
Caruso balled. I thought they should have brought Caruso back.
That was ownership, man.
They couldn't pay him.
Well, I guess you paid Westbrook. So.
Right. That's why you
know
couldn't
what
pay
though.
him.
I have to admit, I was the main one calling for KCP and Kuzma gone. And I feel like that jilted lover. I feel like that guy who broke up with his woman to date somebody else. And then I come back and say, bro, what was I thinking? Because I'm now like, man, if we had KCP, if we had Caruso, we had Kuzma, we at least won 45 to 50 games. We would have been in no play-in, I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. Because them boys play hard every night. They play defense. They didn't shoot particularly well all the time. But they would at least kept us in games where LeBron or whoever could have brought it home at the end. You know what I'm saying? But this last year team, hell, we could have played better defense. My granddaughter could have played better defense than what they were playing. They could too. Like, this is flat out ridiculous. I ain't never seen a team this poorly on defense at all. Like, they didn't even try to play defense. Like, especially when LeBron was out or AD was out. Huh?
You couldn't even hide LeBron.
You said what now?
You couldn't hide LeBron.
No.
He can't be like that no more.
Like KB said, he was supposed to be a third option.
LeBron wasn't supposed to be the first option this year. He wasn't.
Yeah,
I just asked what if you're gonna get rid of AD. You're gonna get rid of AD. You're gonna get rid of Westbrook. Who are you thinking about bringing in? Because I don't think everybody can play with LeBron. I don't think there's something.
Then they say the Buddy Hield and somebody else.
Malcolm Brogdon.
So
yeah, they said Buddy Hield. Malcolm Brogdon, Buddy Hield.
I think that
this is the thing. Why when people say everybody can't play with LeBron, this is the reason why they can't play with LeBron. It has nothing to do with play on the court. The reason why most people can't play with LeBron, because most of the NBA players can't take the heat when they lose, and if they get some of the blame thrown at them. Like Russell Westbrook couldn't take that. For most of his career in Oklahoma City, it didn't matter what he did. You know what I'm saying? He could have got caught in Magic City with 30 wings and 10 and a boatload of wings and 20 girls around him. You know what I'm saying? And smoking crack, and they still would have co-signed on him in Oklahoma City. You know what I'm saying? Houston don't have that type of expectation when you went to Houston. You know what I'm saying? But when you go to LA, New York, Boston, Philly, you go to these markets, they expect a lot. And LA expect championships. New York, hell, they just want to play that can dominate and get them to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Boston expect championship caliber players. He couldn't do that. So most players, that's why I think PG didn't want to go to LA. Because PG didn't want and you know, LA Clippers, that's like being in Sacramento or being somewhere else. They don't care about LA. The Clippers. That's why he picked the Clippers over the Lakers. Because he didn't want that smoke. You know what I'm saying? And if he'd have been within LA and the Lakers getting hurt like he is in the Clippers, he would have got killed like AD getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi too. Kawhi would have got killed if he would have went to the Lakers and kept getting hurt. He would have got killed for that. That's why both of them needed one that smoke. Y'all they want to beat LeBron and this, that, and no, y'all don't. It ain't that serious. Y'all just don't want that smoke. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come with it. And KD really don't want it. I don't know why he picked Brooklyn. He should have picked. I don't know. He should have picked Houston or somebody because he don't really want that smoke as far as being criticized when he can't win. He thought it was gonna be an automatic win playing with Kyrie Irving and James Harden. If you look at some of their interviews after games, that's how they approach it. They approach it like they could just roll out of bed and win games. That's the way they act. You know what I'm saying?
I thought Kyrie acted more like that as opposed to KD. I think Kyrie thought when KD came, he never wanted James Harden. But I think when KD came, I think Kyrie thought that he was gonna get him a ring, and they still might. But not this year. But I'm just saying they still may get one. But I'm saying that's what I think, because he talked like. Remember, he did all this. I can just get a ball. I'm finally on a team with somebody who can make the shots as if he never played with LeBron. He said all these things, and I get it. You hype up the person you with. You know what I'm saying? Like, my new man is better than my old man. That's why I got a new man. You know, but I mean, he did a lot of talking and everything. But I think it was more him than KD, though. To me, maybe I missed some stuff, but I think it was more Kyrie acting like it was gonna be like that. And I think Harden came there because he thought it was gonna be, because if he would have won, then everybody would have got off of Harden's back. Because the problem is that the media gets on your back and then gets mad at you for going to find a way to win, whether it means teaming up with somebody or not. But the media made it seem like you're invalidated if you don't have a ring. So KD goes and gets a ring. Now you can't talk no trash to him because he got two. You can say what you want about the two he got, but he earned them. He's the best player on the floor. So now he can go where he want to go and do what he want to do, because y'all can't talk to him about the media can't talk to him about no rings, because
they ain't gonna treat him like Charles Barkley. That was what you said.
Yeah. And they kill you. They really do. Well, they're like, oh, well, this one won and you didn't. So this one better than you. Just
Shaq do it every time. You see how Shaq treats Charles Barkley every Thursday. Shaq be on that man. You don't know about a championship. You can't tell us about the championship team because you weren't on one. Shaq be killing.
And then they talk about their legacy because they don't have a ring. So they go get them a ring. So Harden went the easiest way to go, or so he thought, was to go get that ring, so now y'all can get off his back. So no matter what else he does, for the rest
he got a ring.
He got a ring. But obviously that didn't happen. But yeah, you create that and then get mad when they go team up with people. You can't have it both ways. You're either gonna let them be great without rings, not let rings determine how good you are, because rings have nothing to do with individual talent and not affect their legacy, or you gonna just let these boys play. Like, you gotta pick which one you gonna do. Can't get mad when they go team up. But it is fun to watch it not work, though.
I don't see how Embiid doesn't get the criticism for always being hurt. But, people talk about other folks. He got hurt again.
Embiid does get criticism.
Hold on, Crystal. I see you see that shot in there. Somebody, it's fun to see it not work.
It is.
Hold on, what'd she say?
Anyway, we're gonna take a quick. She said it's fun not to see it not work. So we're gonna take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back. This is 910 Sports. Okay, we back here on 910 Sports. And this is what I want to say. So, y'all know I'm sick and tired of this whole Ben Simmons saga. So after all of this, should they even bring this man? This makes no sense if they bring this man back tomorrow night. It makes no sense. You have not played all season long. Okay, let's just say for argument's sake, he comes in there, he gives them a little boost or whatever for a few minutes. Long term, let's just say they have to win game 4. Let's say they won game 4, game 5, all because Ben Simmons back. But then game 6, at a moment comes and they have to allow him to shoot a free throw or do something big and he doesn't. Now completely destroyed this man's psyche. Because I'm trying to be sensitive about this whole mental health thing, but I'm really losing my patience with this whole thing because I don't really think it's about mental health. I think it's about something else. But I'm just tired of hearing about it. My thing is, why are you bringing this man back for game 4? If y'all would have won game 3, then you could say bring him back. But don't even announce that you bring him back unless y'all won. Now, if y'all lose, don't even bring him back. If y'all win, then you can say, well, oh man, Ben Simmons gonna give us a boost, help us win game 4, blah blah blah. What y'all think? Cause I'm baffled by this. I'm over it. I'm just done with it.
They desperate right now.
Yeah, desperate.
They desperate.
We take anything. They trying to get Ben. They even see the national suit up.
Right.
They even played Blake Griffin. So
Blake Griffin was hitting threes yesterday.
I seen that. Hold on, he got a press conference and everything. He got a press conference and everything. I'm like, why is Blake Griffin getting press conferences? They got that bad when this man got the.
I think if they bring in Ben, it's going to be like, hey man, chase Tatum around, get him tired, be a net, take some fouls off of him, like beat him up, run him around. Yeah. Like that's your only job. I don't need you to do nothing on offense.
He can stay at the other end of the floor on offense.
Just stand at half court and wait until Tatum gets the ball and be in his grill all game. And then I'll bring you out, get some rest, and let KD do his thing and just work him. That's it. That's the only thing I would do with him. That's it.
Okay, that's if you the Nets. Now, if you Boston, then you play into their defensive scheme. If you gonna have Simmons out there, why KD out there? Because that's what they want. And so you just said he ain't got to do nothing on the offensive end, so I'm gonna continue to double KD. He got to kick the ball to somebody, and if it ends up in Ben Simmons' hand, I'm staying on my man, on another man.
Hey,
he self-check.
Shots like Brown.
Houston said he self-check. Just leave him alone. He self-check.
Just leave him alone. Yeah.
Just back up, let him shoot. Hey.
But I agree with you. I don't think he should play because you already hadn't played with him this whole time, and at this point, like, because it's his back. They're not even talking about mental health no more. At least I haven't heard nothing about mental health.
No, it was about his back. I thought it was his back.
His back, right? His back. He's mentally, he's ready to go, but it's his back. And I don't know if you mess with somebody's back. Now, if you lose, you got all season to rehab. I mean, all off season to rehab. I understand that.
Yeah, that back.
Like, I don't know if you should do that because you down 0-3, and if you had won game 3, like you said, then it would have, been like, okay, we down 2-1. He come back. He can help us. I don't think it's no help for him now. Honestly, I think the series is over unless Boston has an epic. This would be the biggest letdown that we've seen in quite some time.
Kind of like when
Golden State lost. Because you
Cleveland.
You said like who?
When Golden State lost to Cleveland.
Because
and the King got his ring.
Exactly, but you said it perfectly when you said that basically if you put Ben Simmons out there, the Nets already struggling to score. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about the fact that it'd be different if they was getting to the paint at will. They can't even get to the paint and score. So now if you clogging up the paint already, and then you got somebody that can't shoot, I ain't gonna worry about you because we got Robert Williams. We got a scheme set up where you can't get to the paint. Y'all can't get to the paint anyway. And this is another thing too. I guarantee you, they put Ben Simmons on Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum, he's gonna get foul trouble in the first 5 minutes. So they're gonna go at him because you can't just roll out of bed.
Right, exactly.
Go ahead. Yeah, you can't just roll out of bed and play top-notch defense. You know what I'm saying? You can't play Marcus Smart defense and you ain't played in a whole year. This is not going to just happen. Not against superstar players like a Jason Tatum who plays aggressively the way he does. Or Marcus Smart. You know Marcus Smart to go at him. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Marcus Smart,
Marcus Smart is probably the least, like, he's one of those players that offensively, just on the offensive side of the ball, thinks he's like AI, or think he's like he that dude offensively. Like he's that confident that he doesn't always give you the offensive production, but he plays like that. He's aggressive like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think he picked his shot.
He's always been like that.
I think he's not afraid to shoot. I would say that he's not afraid to take his crack. I don't know if he's like aggressive like that.
But what I'm saying is, if you watch when they struggle, they used to struggle a lot. Marcus Smart was taking a lot of the big shots that supposed to be Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum as if he was the post. That's, you know what I'm saying? And he's not necessarily that all the time.
I think he was making a point to them though. Y'all niggas ain't gonna take the shot. I'm gonna take it. He ain't afraid to take the shot, but he should know that he ain't like that. But somebody got to take the shot. So you know.
Yeah.
So
he did call him out though. He did call him out though. He did call him out earlier this season.
Yeah, I agree. What y'all think about these games today? We're gonna pick these games today. You got the Hawks and the Heat up first.
He
want to talk about the Hawks
with no Kyle Lowry. With no Kyle Lowry, you know I'm picking Hawks.
Who cares if there's no Kyle Lowry?
You right. They lost yesterday with Kyle Lowry. They lost the other day with Kyle Lowry.
And he was terrible.
You right. They lost the other day. Yeah.
He does defend though. He does defend.
But the Bucks and the Bulls.
I don't know. Middleton being out for the Bucks, we talked about it. That's huge though.
Yeah, because now they won the other game, they blew the Bulls out, but do we expect them to come in and beat the Bulls like that again? I don't know. I'm with Christian. I was shocked they won the way they did, but whatever. But sometimes when you get it rolling like that, you gotta who's out there. So if you notice, Giannis didn't even really have to do too much in that game. So sometimes when everybody else, when your whole team is rolling at once, it doesn't matter. But at some point, it's gonna get back to that crunch time moment where you're gonna need a Chris Middleton shot. You know what I'm saying, to get you over the hump, or you know, or a flurry of shot.
What'd you say, Chris?
But it might not be against the Bulls.
Yeah. I think they just overmatched. I don't think they have nobody to stop.
They pride hurt. I think game 4 will be, because I think they pride hurt, and the Bulls play with a lot of pride. And I think they're gonna make this game close. I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a crunch time. It's gonna be a crunch time moment game.
Okay.
So no, before we go ahead though, let me ask y'all this. Did y'all watch the last 20 seconds of the Dallas game yesterday? Dallas, Utah?
No, I knew that one. Did Luka come back?
Yeah, he had 30.
Ooh.
Yeah, he had 30. The reason why I was asking, because it was a market that in the last 20 seconds, instead of holding the ball, they tried to throw the ball in the post and the White foul, and he missed both free throws and ended up costing them the game. So they was up by 4. Luka hit a 3 to put them up by 4. Then they fouled the White foul. He missed both free throws after Donovan Mitchell credit the 1. And then at the end, they ended up taking the lead by 1 down. Utah did. And of course, they couldn't get a last shot off like this. Spencer Dinwiddie tried to hit a 3 at the buzzer, and they couldn't. Basically it was like a desperate 3. They ended up losing by 1. So I didn't understand that whole sequence of plays at the end. Like normally you hold the ball in your best player hand to try to get good free throws off. You go to the free throw line. So I didn't understand that. That's why I was like, did anybody watch that last 20 seconds? Because that was like a terrible sequence for Dallas in that last 20 seconds. But but yeah, that's all I want to say about that. But yeah. But so you said you got Milwaukee, and then you got
Milwaukee and the Bulls. The Milwaukee up 2-1 right now. They're playing at Chicago today. Then you got the Warriors and the Nuggets.
Nuggets done.
I mean,
Yeah, it's 3-0. This
done.
game, it's in the home right here. This is it.
They are done, but I like to think that they got a little fight in them to get one game off.
Draymond Ball.
And they should have won the last game. They had a chance to win the last game, but I hate to see them get swept though.
Yeah. Does this hurt Joker? Does this not hurt Joker? I haven't heard anybody say Joker is.
No, because they're gonna name him MVP when the series over. Watch, but I think it should be.
Which it should be Embiid. Me too.
Yeah, right. I think it should be Embiid, but the way they talking is like it's Joker though. Yeah. So then your MVP just got swept. You know.
See, this is the thing though. Well, I talked about this the other day. You got a 6'10" jump out of a gym, athletic guy. Aaron Gordon may be the most. You can't tell me he's not just as athletic as LeBron James and a lot of these other so-called, like top-notch.
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon can jump out the gym like Dominique. He can jump out the gym like Jordan. All these guys. Vince Carter. All that. We've seen it in the dunk contest 2 years in a row. And for you to be giving me 8 points and 5 rebounds and 10. Now, yeah, he gave him 18 and 12. Okay. Let's go parade. But on a regular basis, this man gets us absolutely nothing. He should be averaging 20 and 10 with Porter and Murray being out. This is the problem. It has nothing to do with Joker. It has strictly to do with the fact that you got a player like Aaron Gordon who gives you absolutely nothing. This man gave you 37 and 18, and I heard Shaq and him say, well, he should have gave him 45. Well, damn. You know what I'm saying? Can somebody else do something? You know what I'm saying? What the man got to do?
When you the MVP,
he got to give you 45. Everybody else 8. Come on now.
I guess when you the MVP, man, folks gonna always hold you to that standard. So ain't nobody gonna give LeBron no. His teammates should have did this. His teammates should have. So
he's Sean Kemp. That's all.
Who's
Larry
Sean
Johnson. Gordon. That's it.
You talking about
Sean Kemp was good, but Sean Kemp can do way more.
I ain't say he was. Gordon is good when he sometimes. But
Sean Kemp, this is the dude. Kemp got you to the finals. You said what now, Crystal?
I said, well, he is averaging 15 points, but he does seem wasteful sometimes out there. But they got a bunch of other players that they got the Will Bardens, the Morris. They have other people who step up and kind of help Joker out. They really just missing they missing Murray. So you expect more.
My thing is this. Yeah. Because like this is the thing. Them other players are what you would call what Shaq would really call other. Aaron Gordon is kind of one of those players that you would call, if nothing else, he could have been like a third option. Like with him between, because they know Michael Porter was going to get hurt a lot. They already know that. They brought Aaron Gordon over because he could have been like a third option behind Jamal Murray. So when Jamal Murray got hurt, that automatically means you got to step into number 2. You know what I'm saying? Give me number 2 production. And my thing is, it's not the fact whether or not you're not good enough, but my thing is, this is just a waste of God just wasted all his time making you 16 and athletic.
Man,
God would come in and say, you know what, I'm just going to take this and get this over here.
I think he relied on his athleticism too much. He never really worked on his game. I think he always felt like he could be athletic and just jump over everybody, and that's how he plays. He don't really have a move or don't really have a crossover like that, jump shot. I think he just always relied on his athleticism. And, as that wavers, people adjust to that. Like, you can't just be athletic. You have to develop a game. Like, you can't just be big. You got to develop skill a little bit. So, I just don't think Aaron Gordon did that. He was a slam dunk champion, and he was good with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The next game, though, we got one more night.
I gotta figure out what's going on. Yeah, I keep hearing that.
Suns
I
and
keep
the
hearing that
Pelicans.
too.
You said the Pelicans and Phoenix?
Yep.
The Pelicans giving the Suns everything they can handle, though.
Yeah.
You said
Yeah.
okay.
Been a good series. That actually been a good series. That's been like one of the best series. But them teams, they
It just come on too
back and
late.
forth. They both kind of young, except for CP3. I like what Brandon Ingram is doing. I like CJ McCollum stepping up too. So I do like what they're doing out there in New Orleans. If they had Zion, this probably be a different series.
Well, if they had Booker, then maybe it'd still be a different.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, but Booker played 2 games, right?
I know he played in the first one.
First one, okay.
I'm not sure if he played in the second and third one. I know he didn't play in the third one, but
He played some of the
Yeah,
second. I think he played.
played.
He was in the second. He was in it. Yeah, he played
He
to the
didn't play the
third
whole
quarter.
game.
Remember, he was cooking them. He had like 31. He had 31 at the half. Then he got hurt in that third quarter when he landed wrong. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I don't know with Phoenix. I just think that they probably can get out of this series because they're dealing with a young team or whatever. So it's hard for a young team to understand how to win.
Yeah, I agree.
But I just think moving forward, moving forward, it's going to be very hard for them. Even to beat Dallas, who Dallas is not a one-man show no more. They got Spencer Dinwiddie, they got Jalen Brunson, and they play defense now. Jason Kidd got them boys playing defense. So I think that would be hard for Phoenix to get past Dallas without Book. So hopefully
But
Book
Booker
will
be
get
back
back
by then,
or whatever.
right? Booker
Yeah,
be
because
back.
I definitely want to see Chris Paul try to get a
Yeah, I don't think they said
champion.
he
But
was
they say,
well, no, they said he was out 2 to 3 weeks.
that
Crystal.
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks.
He out 2 to 3
Hamstring.
weeks, so that's not this series.
Oh, I thought Middleton was out 2 to 3 weeks. But
Yeah,
Booker just
both
had a
of them
mild
are.
hamstring. Oh, okay.
Yeah, both of them out 2 weeks. That's the minimum. They saying that Middleton might be longer because they didn't say he was out 2 weeks. They said they got to reevaluate him after 2 weeks because he got more of a sprain, I think, like an
Yeah, he
MCL
has a
sprain. So
Oh,
you know
okay.
they said they you know how that go because they said that last year that's kind of how they diagnosed Kawhi before they end up saying it was a tear. So you know what I mean. So I don't know how it could be worse than what we think. You know what I mean? Because it's funny because anytime I hear about injuries, I immediately look them up to see how long you're gonna be out. So I'm like, let me look it up and see how long they're gonna say. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as they, and I said, if this level, it's gonna be 2 weeks. If this level is 8 weeks. If this level is 6 months. So they never really say what level his sprain was. So his sprain could be an 8-week sprain. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the doctors ain't gonna reveal that information because one, they may not know yet, or two, they don't want to tip off the other team or whatever that a player's gonna be out for an extended amount of time, longer than what they think. So it's hard to say with probably with Chris Middleton's situation. And they flat out not beating Boston or Miami without Chris Middleton. It's not gonna happen. Especially now that, and I will say this, and I'm hoping my brother don't see this because my brother, he's one of them type of people. He's one of them I told you so people all the time. And I said it first type people. So he gonna say, I told you that, and Crystal gonna say, I have to get us to Crystal too. When I said at the beginning of the season, they should break up Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I said, this is not working. I don't know what's going on, but it ain't working. So I'm gonna give kudos to the coaching staff. I give kudos to them players because they bought in and they figured it out. And now they looking like they to me. If I was to pick right now, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not saying I'm gonna go this far, but right now I pick Boston to be in the finals against Golden State.
Ooh. Boston over Milwaukee.
We're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna come back with Jake Parker, one of the Parker brothers. And we'll be right back. We're here on 910 Sports. We'll be right back.
Hello?
Okay, we back here on 910 Sports. And we have who this Jake Parker?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
My brothers
so
are
how you doing this morning?
trying to get on
Are they trying to get on now?
Yep.
Okay. So how you doing this morning?
I'm good. Just woke up about an hour ago, so it's pretty good.
Okay, it's all good. It's all good. So are you the oldest of the three?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, so what are you? You a junior, senior? How were you in high school?
I'm a senior, yes, sir. I'm about to graduate.
Senior.
Congratulations.
Okay, so
Thank you.
okay, so not to be mistaken, did you go to the same high school as Trevor Lawrence?
Yes, sir.
Very familiar with
So,
Cartersville High
let's
School
get
powerhouse in Georgia.
let's get into that. Let's get into that first. So coming behind, so you're the quarterback of the team. Are you looked upon as being one of the best players in the state?
Oh yeah, definitely. Coming in Cartersville, you always have high expectations, but especially coming behind Trevor and all the other guys before, there's just it's a different level than anywhere else, especially at quarterback.
Okay, so do you feel the pressure of coming behind him, or you just go out there and play?
I really just went out there and did me. There's always people that's gonna be like, "Oh, you're the next Trevor," and then I was like, "No, I'm me. I'm Jake." So.
Okay, so do you have like a lot of scholarships? Like a lot of people knocking down your door right now?
I've signed to play JUCO football in Kansas at Hutchinson.
Okay. So your goal is to play JUCO maybe for a year or two and then get back and try to get into Division I.
Yep.
Yes,
sir. I had a few low D1 offers and D2s and D3s, but none of them stuck out to me. And not with the right package as a scholarship. So I thought JUCO would be the best route for me.
Smart, man.
Okay. So I'm gonna take about a question. So we'll go. I'm gonna go with you, Steve, first, and then we'll come back to Crystal and go to KB.
I got you. Jake, man, good morning, man. How you doing?
I'm good. It's a beautiful day outside.
Yes, sir. So, here local in Georgia. I grew up, born and raised, grew up. I went to Redan High School. You guys are Cartersville 6A or 5A?
We're 5A, and we were gonna get moved up to 6A, but we appealed it and we won the appeal, so we're gonna stay in 5A.
Okay. Last year, how'd you guys do? How'd you guys finish?
We were undefeated regular season, and then we lost second round to Warner Robbins on the goal line. We're on the 1 yard line, have 5 plays on the 1 yard line.
Oh man, that's a tough way to lose. So what do you guys have? I know you moved on. What do you guys have expectations for Cartersville next year? Kind of a rebuild, or you guys already reloaded?
Oh, it's always rebuild and reload at Cartersville. So next man up, that's the mentality, and expectations of championship ring every year. So.
I got you. So, as far as the recruiting process, and when you were actually, I know you've already picked what you want to play. As far as the recruiting process, how was that for you? As far as
this transfer portal really screwed up everything. I'm not gonna lie. And because I was talking to a bunch of really good D1 schools, and then they all called me later in the season. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna get a transfer in. It doesn't make sense for us to invest in a guy that's 18 years old, 17 years old. We can go get a 21, 22-year-old that's already proved himself at college level."
I got you. So yeah, I know on Saturdays, me and KB, we normally get into the transfer portal. We talked about it yesterday. One more question for you. Oklahoma, as of yesterday, announced that they're going to do a team-wide NIL. As far as every player on the team, from practice to walk-ons, gets what he said, $40,000 to $50,000 salary per year. Do you think that that's where college football is going, or do you think it'll still be the best player and get the biggest deals?
I think it's basically going to turn into a pro league, how everybody's going to get paid. Like, I heard rumors that Caleb Williamson somebody was trying to pay him an insane amount of money to go play somewhere. I can't remember where it was.
8-figure deal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't know how that's going to play out in the future, but maybe it'll benefit me down the road.
Definitely will. I think so. I think all teams will have to adapt. Oklahoma's changing the game. If I can go somewhere and sit down and be a walk-on and learn for 3 years and get $150,000 a year, $150,000, and then it's my turn as a junior.
Yeah. Then you get the NILs for starting on top of that. So, yeah, it's crazy.
So how you fellas doing over here, Luke and Zach? How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me?
Pretty good. Good. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me y'all ages. Okay, Luke is which one? Luke is the bigger one. Am I correct? Yeah. Okay. So how old are you, Luke, and what grade are you in?
I'm 15. I'm in 9th grade.
Okay. Yeah, and Zach, how old are you? What grade are you in?
I'm 12 and I'm in 6th grade.
Middle school.
Okay, so Luke first. Let me ask you a quick question before we move on to KB or whoever got questions. So how is it playing at high school with your big brother, and also being that y'all playing at a legendary high school like Cartersville with the great Trevor Lawrence? And my understanding you play quarterback too, so I'm guessing you play what, JV? You the JV quarterback?
Yes, sir.
So what's the expectations or the feeling when you get out on that football field, knowing that you playing behind like royalty, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and legendary players?
It's awesome because it just makes everything a little bit easier, but it does set the standard for the coaches. So, but it does make everything easier. I get where I got to go, and he's always helping me.
Okay. Now, Zach. Now you the youngest brother of the three, and so what grade you say you're in the 6th grade?
Yes, sir.
So have you already started playing like middle school? Like, are you to start at the middle school level?
Yes, sir.
So how was it? I'm guessing was that last year your first year being the start at the middle school level?
Yes, sir. But we have like a 6th grade team, a 7th grade team, and then the 8th grade team.
Oh, okay. So you get to move up each grade level. Y'all have a different grade level teams.
Yes, sir.
I've never heard of that before. Okay, that's different. Okay, so
that's big boy
how was it? How does it feel to be playing quarterback and to being able to follow in your brother's footsteps? How does that feel to you?
It's cool because like last year I didn't really get to play, and then this year I did pretty good.
Oh, okay. So what kind of quarterback are you? Are you the runner type, or you like to throw the ball around?
I like to throw because I'm not that fast.
It's all good. Yeah. So, Crystal, you got a question for any of the guys?
So, Jake.
Yes.
My question's for you. How did you start? When did you start playing football?
Oh, I started like as soon as I was able to walk. I was like 3-4 years old. I started playing baseball when I was like 2 or 3, but I kept that up till freshman year, and I started playing football. It was like I played a year earlier than I should have because it was like 6U and it's like 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds. But I played when I was 4 just to get ahead of the game and stuff. So it was like flag up until like 8 and under, and I was starting tackle and then played tackle throughout.
Okay. Now, Luke and Zach, did y'all fall in love with football too, or y'all following Big Bro?
I fell in love with football last year because baseball just wasn't my thing, but I'm still playing a little bit of basketball. I did the same thing, but I stopped playing baseball this year.
Okay. So nobody wants to be a baseball player now.
No, everybody thought we were gonna be
Okay.
baseball players because our dad was a semi-pro baseball coach,
Okay.
and so we were always on the baseball field.
Were y'all pitchers since y'all quarterbacks?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pitchers?
All
Okay.
of us.
Okay. Now,
Okay,
who's
so
my
let me
last
ask a
Who's
question real
better?
quick. Oh, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
My last one. Who's better though? I know Jake is older, but yeah. Okay.
Well, him and Jake are more pitchers, but I played like more in the field and I've hit more. I think I'm a
Oh, I
better
thought you
hitter
were
than both of them.
talking about football.
Oh, football.
Yeah, football.
No, I'm the best right now. We're gonna see what they do. We're gonna see if they fall in love with the weight room and see if they grow some inches.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey, that's real.
Well,
Okay,
let
go
me
ahead,
ask you a
KB.
question because I know this will be the type of question. I'll give it to you, KB, in a minute, but I want to ask this question before we moved on about baseball. So, I know Jacob, if he was here this morning, he would be asking this question. But the thing about baseball, we always argue about how a lot of the youth don't like baseball anymore, and it's more longevity, it's more money, it's a lot more to it, like a lot more upside to baseball. So my thing is what turned y'all off from baseball, other than maybe y'all thought y'all was better in football? What really turned y'all off from baseball?
I'd say the practices are just really long and like really wearing on your arm and stuff. Like baseball is not a natural throw motion like football or something like that, and it's really bad for your arm. And like every time I went out to pitch, I couldn't even feel my arm. It was like going numb. I was having to get an ibuprofen in or something in the middle of the game just to not focus on that. But also, like, the expenses of baseball are insanely high. And in my opinion, that's probably the hardest, besides basketball, that's probably the hardest sport to go pro in. Like major league.
Okay. And y'all feel the same way, Zach and Luke? How y'all feel about it? What stopped y'all from playing baseball?
Honestly, I still like baseball a lot, but really it's just I just had to pick one because in the long run with my arm I couldn't do both, and I felt football was gonna be easier in the long run for me.
Okay. What about you, Zach?
I really like baseball, and I really like pitching and playing in the infield, but I didn't really like hitting that much because I wasn't that good. And
That's the best part.
Right. Hey.
It take a lot. It take a lot to learn how to hit that ball. Tell
Yeah,
you.
Lord.
I used to play baseball. It took me. I played from T-ball to pitching league. A pitching machine to all the way up to regular baseball, and it took me probably like my last year to understand how to connect with the ball every time. And that you talking about 5-6 years in, because I was striking out left and right. So I was glad when the pitcher was off and he was walking me. I'm like, at least I can get on the base, because it was bad. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because hitting the baseball is like trying to, like math. Some people are good at it. Some people are just terrible at it. It's like no in between. Either good or bad at math. That's how I put the baseball is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, go ahead, KB.
Yeah, I understand that baseball grind is real. So for Jake, what's the pressure with being not only being a face of a nationally recognized football program, but you also have your brothers coming under you? Like, how do you handle the pressure of being the guy, but still having to, kind of blaze that path for your siblings?
Yeah. I really just thought about like, if I do what I need to do and I keep a good reputation about me and I play like I know I can, then it's going to pay the way for them, because they're like, oh, he's his brother? All right, he can play. And that's just going to go from a long way in terms of we're all spaced out 3 years apart. So like, I'm a senior, Luke's a freshman. And so when Luke's a senior, Zach will be a freshman. So we'll all be ready to take over if needed to right after.
Nice. Now, how do you think playing at Cartersville has prepared you for your next level?
Cartersville, we probably had the toughest schedule out of anybody in all Georgia high school football. The Final Four teams,
I'll agree with that.
we didn't make the Final Four, but the Final Four teams, we beat 3 of them, and the team we lost to was the one that won state. So,
Warner Robins was good last year.
And I'll probably say Creekside was probably the best defense we played against. They just didn't have the offense to back it up. They had all D1, 4-star, 5-star, corners, safeties. I got sacked 9 times in that game, but ended up throwing a game-winning touchdown with a minute left. So that competition and the hard work we put in the weight room and stuff, that's just a perfect walk-in when you go into college. Like the same standard, same level, same everything.
Right. I mean, it's no secret when you look at top performing quarterbacks, they come out of the Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Georgia high school football, man. I mean, it's I don't know if it's in the water, but you guys produce at a high level.
Yes, sir.
Now, Luke, you're the next in line. You've gotten a taste of high school ball. Even on the JV level, you guys still get, y'all still get that work. So are you ready to move up to the next level now?
I think I'm ready. I think in about half a year, I think I should be even more ready. And I'm ready for spring. And 7-on-7, I'm doing right now, and that's really helping me prepare for the next level.
So how watching your brother be the starter and seeing what he had to go through, not just on the field but off the field with the tension and notoriety, what are you looking forward to the most, and what are you looking like? I don't have to deal with that.
I think that I really just need to focus on what I'm best at and just listen to the coaches because they know best for me.
Good answer. Now, Zach, you're the last one on the away, which I think you're probably in the best position to be successful because you have your oldest brother and you have the next brother, and you get to see and take in everything that they're doing. And are you a student of them and watching how they prepare at their age to maybe get a head start against your competition?
Yeah. Usually I learn from both of them because like we go out and throw every couple of days on the high school field, and every time I do something wrong, they're on me.
Right. I mean, I could imagine.
Yeah, he definitely gets the most criticism out of everybody.
Hey, man, that's gonna pay off. I guarantee it's gonna pay off. But are you excited to put that C on your helmet and keep the path going?
Yeah, it'll be fun because I know I'll have them on the sideline, or I know I'll have him on the sidelines, or I'll be on the sidelines, and Jake in the stands. So it'll be fun.
That's
That
nice.
was so. Now Jacob is asking about the high schools in Atlanta. We know I'm in the 5A, 6A in Atlanta. They probably in Georgia. They probably can compete anywhere in the nation. How do you guys feel like the 5A and 6A classes stack up to the rest of the high schools in the nation?
I think 5A is definitely the most competitive at the top. But I think 6A is the deepest out of all the classifications. And I don't know if you heard, but they're going to a new classification system where there's only 6 classifications in the future.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's going to make it even harder.
Yeah, so y'all, man. Wow.
Okay, so we're gonna take a quick 30-second break. We're gonna take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be right back with more questions with the Parker brothers. And this is your boy Icon E, and we here on 910 Sports.
Ooh. There you go.
Okay, we back here on 910 Sports. We got the Parker brothers, Zach, Luke, and Jake. So this morning, you can finish up with your questions. Steve.
So yeah, I was just asking about schools in Georgia compared to other schools in the nation. We always hear about Texas football, Florida football. Did you guys play? I didn't get check out Cartersville Electric. I would like to. Did you guys get outside of the state?
When Trevor was here, we played on ESPN, and we played against a team in Florida. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but we played against a team from Florida. It was at our stadium, and I think that's the only time we played out of state.
Oh, okay.
In my time there.
Yeah, have you worked out? Have you worked out with Trevor before? Like, has he come and worked out with y'all at all?
Yeah, he hasn't been around with my brothers, but when I was freshman, sophomore, 8th grade, he'd always be in there working with our quarterback coach, and we'll all go through circuits together. Us about 4 of the quarterbacks.
So, what was the one thing he said or done that you seen him do? What was the one thing that stood out to you as far as the way he prepared or something he might have said or done?
I think it's just how humble he is, his humility, and I think just how he carried himself. He wasn't cocky, he wasn't showboating, and he had all right to be. He's the number one quarterback in the nation, and he was always nice to everybody. He's never had an attitude about him. I think just the way he carried himself around the school and just around the community really impacted me on how I should do it.
Okay, now Jacob asked a question. He couldn't be here this morning, but Jacob had a question. Hey guys, what camps are you attending this summer? So, are there any camps that y'all attending this summer to get your game better?
I'm not attending any camps. I'm just trying to put on some weight before college ball since I'm already committed and signed. I don't think I need to go into any. But last year I went to the two MVP camps, one in Valdosta, one in Atlanta. And I went to a Furman football camp just with a couple guys from Cartersville. And Luke also went to that. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure those are the main two I went to, the MVP camps. And in the past, I went to the Duke football camp when Coach Cutcliffe was there. And he's a really good quarterback coach. He had Daniel Jones, Eli Manning, Peyton Manning. So I went to that. I learned a lot from that. And I think Zach probably benefited a lot from the FBU stuff. I think he's got a better head start than me and Luke do because him doing that really put his name out there. And I think he's got a good head start just from that stuff, you know.
Okay. How do you feel when you went to the camp, Luke? What was the experience for you, Luke?
It was fast paced. We woke up, we went out and threw, and then we came home, and then we woke up the next day and did the same thing. And everybody was always watching, and you just had to be perfect and consistent every day.
I will say I forgot a camp. The best one I went to, and I learned the most from it, was the Manning Passing Academy down in Louisiana.
And I was going to ask y'all, do y'all get Manning comparisons?
What'd you say, sorry?
Do y'all get comparisons to the Mannings?
I feel like I'm more, I wouldn't say a lot more mobile, but just a little bit more mobile and gunslinger style than Eli and Peyton Manning.
But so what you said you're going to school in Kansas? What city or is it in Kansas you're going to?
Hutchinson, Kansas. It's the probably number one JUCO in the nation right there, and they won national championship.
Reason why I ask because I travel through Kansas a lot, and the one thing that Kansas has over most cities that you recognized earlier is the wind. The wind and the weather is very bad in Kansas. So, you know what I mean, as far as being able to throw the ball and handle that environment, Have you ever played in an environment at all in your career, and what do you look forward to playing, or the things you may feel like you have to do to prepare to play in that type of environment on a regular basis?
Yeah, I think I've been throwing with a weighted ball to work on throwing through like tough conditions and like just getting a lot more drive on the ball. Because if you throw any kind of duck in that Kansas wind, it's just gonna flutter. It's not gonna go anywhere. So anytime it's bad weather out, or like we had a storm system come through, I'd go out and throw right before it because there's a lot of wind. And I would say when I visited the schools in Kansas, Dodge City definitely had the worst wind. It's about 40 miles an hour.
Dodge City. Yeah. Every time I go to Dodge City, it's always windy and rainy, and I'll just be like, God, Lee, tell him to get up out of here. It's bad out there. Yeah. So you got any other questions, Chris?
I do. I have a few. Oh, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead, Steve. I asked mine.
You guys are here in Georgia. Are you guys all Falcon fans?
No, I'm a Tom Brady guy, a big Tom Brady guy. So but I was a Patriots fan for a long time. I got my Patriots flag up behind me. I don't know if you can see that. It's over there. But he moved to Tampa. But I still got that soft spot for the Patriots. When he announced his retirement at first, I'm like, all right, I'm going back to the Patriots. But now he's back, so I guess I'm both.
What about y'all?
I've always been a Seahawks fan because my favorite player is Russell Wilson. But now that he's moved on to Broncos, I kind of went to a free agency for fan base this year. And since we're big Alabama guys, I had to move on.
You big what guy? You said Alabama?
Yeah.
You said Alabama.
We've been going Alabama games our whole life.
No, I'm just playing. Who you guys? So asking those questions. What about you, little guy? Who you got?
Going off what he said about Alabama, I always liked T.J. Yeldon, the running back. So when he went to the Jaguars fan, I just stuck with him, and I'm still a fan of the Jaguars. And it's kind of crazy because Trevor Lawrence just went to the Jaguars.
I was just about to say that. Now you're quarterback at the Jags, so that's kind of cool. So who do you guys have in your game after? Anybody? Who do you guys have in your game?
Don't say stats.
In the past, I've said a lot of different things, but I think after watching Matthew Stafford this year, I say I was about like him.
Look at I'm about to disown you as my brother off of that comment.
What you got, Luke?
I really haven't thought about it, but one day I hope I can get to the point where I can model my game after Josh Allen, maybe not as tall as him, but I hope I can get to that point. But right now, I'd probably be like Mac Jones.
Just I was about to say you, Mac Jones.
Hey, Mac Jones did good, man. Don't let them do you like that. What you got?
I've never really thought about it, but I'd love to be like Patrick Mahomes, not too tall, and can move around a little bit, and can throw quick.
I feel like watching Zach, he's more like either Aaron Rodgers or Bryce Young.
Okay.
Say Bryce Young.
You said Aaron Rodgers and who?
Bryce Young, Alabama.
Bryce Young.
No,
Bryce Young gonna be a beast. Bryce Young. I was telling Jacob yesterday, like Bryce Young is a better version of Jalen Hurts to me. He can throw. He more active. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But I definitely think Bryce Young, because Bryce Young showed me a lot, even in the championship game when all his players got hurt. He still competed and he still, had an opportunity to win that game. So I like Bryce Young like a lot, or whatever. I definitely feeling you on that. Oh yeah, Jacob was saying, do you guys like any defensive positions? If so, have you ever played defense?
I'll say this: I coach Luke 7-on-17. It's a bunch of freshmen and sophomores from the high school, and if they don't have enough players on for the scout team, they're going against their offense. I played corner, and I'm locked down corner.
Oh, you say you locked it down? Okay. All right, Dion 2.0.
I forgot. I played flag football last year to help my mobility and throwing under pressure because there's just always a rush coming. And I had to play DB in that too. I played a lot of corner.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What
about y'all two? Y'all, is there any defensive positions? Have you ever played it before, or would y'all ever would y'all be up to playing it if y'all had to?
I've always played at every level. I've always played middle linebacker as well as quarterback, but I hate defense. Probably won't ever do it again unless I have to.
What about you, Zach?
I like defense. I got a concussion in 2016 because I got hammered by this big old dude, and I had to play flag for like 3 or 4 years. And I played corner, and I got a bunch of picks and pitches.
Okay.
But
you say you got a bunch of picks?
Mm-hmm. And in one of my first years of tackle, I had to play safety, and I only had 1 tackle that year though.
Yeah, I think I'll take it out of 3 of y'all. Y'all very competitive. Do y'all be talking junk on the field? Cause y'all seem like y'all very feisty on the field.
I feel like the most trash we talk is when we played basketball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Luke always says he's better than me.
Y'all very.
Okay,
so y'all are y'all very competitive with each other?
Oh yeah. At one point.
So is it anything Zach and Jake? I mean Zach and Luke. Is it anything y'all can beat y'all brothers in? I know football, he's top dog. But is it anything else? Is it video games or anything y'all can beat him in?
I will say
I can
Luke.
Definitely beat him in basketball. I can definitely beat him.
No. This is what I just said. He says you can beat me and have to dunk on me. And I will say the one thing Luke is pretty good at is 2K.
Yes, I'm the best 2K player.
Okay.
Yeah. He's good at 2K.
Okay.
I got
what about you, Zach? Is there anything you can beat them in? Yeah.
I'm only good at shooting games, and I'm really good at Fortnite. So I beat them every time.
Got you. Okay. Jacob was asking, do you like coaching 7-on-7? And Zach, you're a champion. What was the feeling to win a championship?
I definitely like coaching 7-on-7. It gives me a new perspective. And after I'm done coaching, I want to play. I want to coach. And I feel like that gives me a good head start on that.
Okay. Is that you won a championship already?
I won the state championship for 6th grade GMSAA. And a couple weeks later, we went down to Naples, Florida, and played for the FBU championship, and we won that too.
Oh, cool.
That was a national championship. FBU.
So okay. So are you the only one with a title?
Got all the bragging.
Oh, well, so you already got them beat already. Hey, matter of fact, you know what you should do? You should have told Jake he should have had to make you breakfast for the next week after you won a championship.
No.
You should have walked around. You should have got
can only make
crown, put on your head with a cake, and said, "Look, I'm the goat around here." You should have walked around the house with a cake on and a crown and told me he's the goat.
Nah, he gonna have to at least win a region championship before he talks to me. At least.
But anyway, y'all, man, anybody got any more questions for these guys?
No, not at all.
Well, I appreciate y'all coming on, man. I know how it is. It's the weekend. Y'all young, y'all ready, y'all went to sleep in, all that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I do appreciate y'all coming in. Thank y'all, mother, for allowing y'all to come on here, because I know it's hard for mothers to let their children, be in these type of environments. But like we try to make it fun, and we're not gonna ask you anything that's gonna make you feel uncomfortable. At least we try not to, and we just want to be able to give y'all a spotlight and to be able to allow y'all to shine just like the players that's already on already. And that's the whole point of this whole concept, this whole show, this whole podcast. So if y'all got any shout outs y'all want to give, y'all got any social medias, whatever y'all want to do, it's y'all time to let us know where they can find you, anything.
My Twitter.
I will say, I got off work for this. I was supposed to be working this morning, like 6 a.m. So,
Okay.
Hey, shout out to y'all for bringing me on here so I didn't have to work. And if y'all want to, my Instagram, Jake Parker QB.
Jake Parker QB.
Okay.
My Twitter is
What about
Luke
you,
Parker
Zach?
QB.
Okay. What about you, Zach?
Yeah, I have social media, but I don't really post anything about football.
Oh, okay. All right. Ain't no problem. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's all good. Well, fellas, I appreciate y'all coming on. Best of luck to y'all moving forward. I hope y'all stay healthy and happy. Continue to stay in those books, or whatever, so y'all can, definitely give you more opportunity to go to give y'all the best opportunity on and off the field. Your mama did an amazing job with y'all, for all of y'all to be like the next Ball brothers or whatever. You know what I mean? So, I commend any mother who has to has to raise, especially raising 3 boys. I know that's not easy for her at all. You know what I mean?
No.
So salute to moms, and y'all definitely better do something on Mother's Day. Y'all better cook a breakfast or put y'all money together or something. Y'all better do something great for y'all mom this Mother's Day.
My birthday's on Mother's Day, so I might have to just take it over.
Well, it ain't gonna matter this year. It ain't gonna matter. Don't even ask for that. It's all about mama. You know what I'm saying? You just that's your birthday present. You to your mama. And you make sure she
Yeah.
Anyway, thank y'all for coming on, man. Y'all have a blessed day.
All right, thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a Parker brothers, man. Great conversation. Great guys. Whatever. So yeah, but I guess getting back to these games, man, real quick in these last few minutes. All the games today. Who won last night? Because I ain't gonna lie, I went to bed early, so I didn't get to check the score.
Minnesota won.
Huh?
Minnesota won by 1.
Okay. Because when I last time I checked, they was huh?
Yeah, the Grizzlies was losing by more. I thought they were losing bad at one point.
They were, but they cut the lead. It became a game at the end.
Oh wow.
Well, see, this is the thing. This is the thing with Minnesota. Minnesota got all this talent, but I don't know who the coach is or what he's doing. But after the other night when they blew, first of all, you know how hard it is. They was up by 26 points. I get that. Okay, teams have blown 25, 20-point leads all the time. But then they cut it to 6, and Minnesota goes back up by 17 in the second half. You know how hard it is to lose 2 major leagues?
20.
Yeah, 20.
They were
2 major leads in the same game.
They lost 20-point lead.
And you lose by 9. It'd be different if Memphis would have beat them like with a buzzer beater at the end. They came back and walked them down and then almost blew them out. Like I don't think I've seen that too many times in basketball. I've been watching basketball since the 80s. I don't think too many times I've seen that. I think I've seen the Lakers do it with Magic and them back in the day because the way they played, nobody could keep up with that pace. And I've seen the Lakers have games like that. I don't know why I always remember vividly when they used to play like Dallas Mavericks back in the 80s when they had Derek Harper and Ron Tarpley and what's the other guy name? The other guard, I can't think of his name right now. And I remember Dallas would jump out on them because they could score. And then the Lakers would walk them down. They would be up by 20. And the Lakers would walk them down and end up beating them by 20. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the Lakers do that in the 80s a lot. But I just like in the playoff game, you cannot let a team go on a 21-0 run and don't call a timeout. You just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I get it if a team walks you down after the timeout still, because you just can't get the ball in the hoop or the defense is that great. But for you not even call the timeout and you dealing with young guys, and this whole thing with Karl Anthony Towns, they ask him a question and you done took 4 shots the whole game, bro. Come on, bro. You supposed to be a superstar type player, and you taking 4 points and it's 4 shots in a playoff game of this caliber. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how great Anthony Edwards and
And then he went off last
he said
night.
Went off.
Oh yeah.
But see, that's the problem with him, though. It's like he give you 25 one night and they give you 10 the next. And it's just like, that's why when people tell me Ja Morant is that guy now, and I said, no, he's not, because Ja Morant is not, he don't consistently give you 25, 30 every night. He give you a stat, a line of maybe 15, 10, and 8. Then maybe next night he'll give you 25 and 10 or something like that. But he doesn't give you a consistent stat line every single night. You know what I'm saying? You welcome, Mom. You welcome. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
But yeah, he don't give you a stat line. That's why I said, like, if y'all start trying to, and I love Ja Morant. Don't get me wrong, I like him a lot. I like him since I seen him at Murray State. Well, he is at Murray State. But my thing is, y'all trying to anoint this man, and he's not ready to be anointed yet. He's just not. He don't. You know what I mean? Because think about it. They won all them games without him. You know what I'm saying? If they win it without him, when he comes back, they should be elevated to a whole nother level with just him in the lineup. You know what I'm saying? If he's that guy y'all saying he is, they trying to make sure he's top 5 already. You know what I think he's not there yet.
I just don't think that's what they're doing.
I think AI did that. AI put his jersey on top of the trophy. You remember that? AI did that?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
So, I think Josh asking for that. AI took his MVP trophy and put Ja Morant jersey. Said you gonna have one of these.
Yeah.
So now I think and they were number 2 in the regular season. So it's not like he's not getting the recognition by the state, but playoff ball is different. Playoff ball is a lot for these young cats. They get in the playoffs and the game is half court. It ain't open. You know what I mean? The refs aren't calling anything. So I think he'll get it, but I think it's gonna take him a few times to get in the playoffs. And I hope he gets the next this time, but he eliminated this time. I can agree with him.
Well, hold on, Chris. You said they weren't giving him that yet. I seen early in the season they did a whole segment, like on SportsCenter or whatever it was, about Ja Morant being compared to Michael Jordan. They did a whole thing with Kendrick Perkins on what's that show they used to do? NBA, is it NBA Today or whatever it is called?
Oh yeah.
And they did a whole segment on Ja Morant being the next Michael Jordan as far as the way he plays. And then from the beginning, if you hear Stephen A. Smith and all these people, they talk about Ja Morant like Ja Morant is arrived. He's top 5 player in the league. And I'm like, he's great. Don't get me wrong. He can jump out the gym. He got all these athletic moves, all of that. But he is not top 5 yet. He has to prove, like you said, playoffs is different. You know what I'm saying? What Kenny Smith say all the time? You make the name, or you get your fame in the regular season, but you make the name in the playoffs or whatever, something like that. Yeah. But my thing is, he has to make a name for himself. He has to have an impact on these playoffs to make me feel like today. Before I went to bed last night, I was on social media. They was dogging Ja Morant out, saying he was basically, I ain't gonna say choking, but he wasn't doing nothing.
He was playing horrible.
He ended up with 15 assists, but like scoring wise, he just didn't have it. I think he finished with 11 points, but all the way up to the 4th, I think he had 4. He had 4 points. Yeah. So he just
I seen that.
But I don't think I get what you're saying, because that's what they're supposed to do. And when you say Kendrick Perkins, but I just think like he was actually, when they said top 5 in the league, like at the moment, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like playing really, really well before he got hurt. He was in the MVP conversation. So I think you have to like, you got to start talking about him if his team is good and he's playing good. Like you got to talk about him because that's what you're supposed to do. If you're the media, that's what you know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do. He making the highlights at one point, he making the highlights every game. He doing something crazy, like you said, his athleticism. But I do agree with you. He's not there yet. Like he's not there. Like because superstars consistently give you what they give you. Win or lose, they consistently give you what they give you.
Or at least in late game situations. You know what I mean?
He doesn't. But he's young, so I personally don't hold it against him. He's young. But that's the same thing. That's why I don't buy into Karl Anthony Towns, because he has to have a horrible game in order for him to turn around and ball out like he did last night. Like he was like 31 and 16 or something. Like he really balled, but you didn't know the importance of the game. The game before that, when you only took 4 shots or 5 shots, and then you gonna tell the media next question. No, answer this one, sir. You were terrible. Answer this one.
That's that learning. Man, you gotta learn. He never been in the playoffs before. They learned in the playoff ball. This is the first time Minnesota. KG, I think. So he learned.
No, they was in the playoffs in 2018.
No, they ain't been that long. They ain't been that long. I don't think it's been that long. I had it. It might have been. I don't know, because they never go with Kevin Love.
No. They was in the playoffs in 2018.
Okay.
Did they make the playoffs in 2018?
Oh, they were? Oh, okay. I know Memphis did. I don't know about Minnesota.
Okay, well, maybe Minnesota had. Maybe I got.
Yeah, they hadn't been in a long time. Remember, they were jumping on the table when they won the playoff game. Pat Bev was coming around because they hadn't been so long.
No, Pat Bev was doing that. He was doing that because it was.
But they didn't have confetti. Did they have confetti coming out? Did they have confetti in that game after the game? They got confetti. They won a championship.
That's why I thought they were celebrating because they hadn't been to the playoffs in so long. Man, they were doing that because they were his only.
I heard they had a Prince after party.
And it was perfect.
If he was doing all that because that was his ex-team, man, he ought to be a damn shame of himself. Come on, man. He can't.
I think all went over to Paisley Park and had a party. Then they went over to Paisley Park after the fact, and everybody wore purple. Went over to the Prince house. But now, but you know what though? And the only thing that with John Morant that's gonna keep the pressure on him, because I didn't realize John Morant talked that much smack. Like I didn't realize he talked. He talked at the podium. Yeah, so I'm like, bro, if you gonna talk like that, you can't be having 4 points. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't have dubs like that if you're gonna be talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, bro. You can't, you can't do that. So, you know.
And he respond to trash talking.
He making it hard on himself.
You so will. He'll at you.
Who, John?
Like on Twitter, he responds to it because, like, I can't. Who was it? One of the Minnesota players was like, they gotta. I think it was Towns who said it. I don't know. But anyway, somebody said you gotta come to Minnesota, and this was after the game. They just walked Minnesota down and beat them. And then he responded and said something slick or whatever, like, we just won in Minnesota or something. Yeah. And Bane talk about trash too now.
Who you said?
Bane.
All right. We're going to take a quick 30-second break so we can end the show out. We take one last 30-second break before we can end the show out. This is 910 Sports. We'll be right back. Okay, we back here on 910 Sports. So what's the late game, the last game of the day?
For today, yeah,
Yeah.
Warrior. It go the Bucks and the Bulls are first, then the Warriors and Nuggets are second, the Hawks and Heat are third, and then the Suns and Pelicans are
Oh,
fourth.
Suns and Pelicans the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. So all four. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like I said, the first game. I think the Heat gonna come back on them. I really do. I mean, because I think it's so hard for the Hawks to like, unless the Hawks get going early, it's so hard for them to kind of get going. You know what I'm saying? Because Miami defense is like relentless, and if Trae Young can't keep having these slow stops, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So I just think it's just gonna be too much today for them to try to pull off another victory or whatever. Because they don't really match up well against the Heat, and then Jimmy Butler, they making Jimmy Butler looking like Dwayne Wade out there. Like, and Jimmy Butler good, but he ain't Dwayne Wade. Man, he looking like Dwayne Wade out there. So. No, so I'm just like, yeah, they got him going off like that. You know what I mean? They in a heap of trouble. So,
I don't know though. With Kyle Lowry hurt. That's the only reason I say I like my chance. Kyle Lowry can't hit that. He gets timely three. He always hit that timely three. He can't really hit them when he wants to, but he'll come down, they'll pass it to his ass in the corner, and he'll hit that three to get them on the run, to get them started. So I give him that, and then we get Capella back today too. So I like that.
Okay.
Man, that might help. That might help. And then the second game we got. Yeah, I mean y'all might, but I just.
It was a bad matchup. It's a bad matchup. You told me I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
But no,
I feel you.
The Bucks in Chicago, and I don't know. Chicago played good that game. They won. So
no, they did not.
They ain't win that game. Oh, they
did not. They got beat by 30.
Yeah, they got blown out.
They got blown out in that game. They won.
Yeah, but the game before that,
they got beat by 30.
DeRozan had like a 40 piece. So
you're gonna have to. It's the only way they're gonna win.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'll put it to you like this. If Milwaukee jump out on them early, it's gonna be hard to walk them down. But if Chicago can keep it close to the point where it comes down to shot for shot at the end of the game, I give Chicago the upper hand just because they got DeRozan that can make big shots. Not to say Giannis can't, but that's not Giannis' thing all the time at the end of the game. Sometimes to make all those big shots, they use kind of Chris Middleton for that kind of thing sometimes. So I just believe it come down to the end like that, especially in Chicago. I think that Chicago may pull it out. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But we'll see. Then you said what game you said after that? You said
the Warriors and Nuggets, so we get the brooms out.
Like I said, man, I feel bad for Yoke. I feel bad for Yoke, bro. I feel bad for Yoke, bro. Like, the man can't give you nothing else, man. Like, good Lord. Will somebody please help this man out? Golly. Right. And then Jordan Poole is just cooking him. Like, Jordan Poole looking like Steve. He looking like Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, Stephen Curry. Like, come on now. Like, and then think about it now. Let's think about this for a second. Let's imagine you got a big three, right? So let's say you had a big three. Let's say it was LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love. Let's just say Kevin Love was cooking them like that, and LeBron and Kyrie Irving would just come along for the ride. You know how about that's what Jordan Poole basically doing. You got Clay and you got Steph, and Jordan Poole is coming in dominating every game. They didn't put a point to the point now where he their first option. They literally said that Jordan Poole is their first option now. You know what I'm saying? Especially that Steph Curry still kind of coming back from that injury, and I think a lot of got to do. He's not 100%. That's really why he coming off the bench. They don't want to. They trying to make it because Jordan Poole just cooking. I think a lot to do is Steph Curry not 100%, and they don't want to risk it. You know what I'm saying? I think that got a lot to do with it too. You know what I'm saying? But either way, Jordan Poole, if he don't get a bag this summer, I don't know what he plan on doing, but somebody gonna get him a bag.
He's not a free agent. He's not a free agent though.
He got another year.
Yeah, he got one more year.
They're gonna pay him though.
Okay,
Somebody
well,
gonna pay
depending
him.
on what Clay does next year. Because if Clay ain't back to Clay next year, then they might have to go ahead and let Clay go and get Jordan Poole back.
Go with Poole.
You know what I'm saying? But
right.
but yeah, I just yeah.
That last game, Pelicans and Suns. Phoenix.
I think the Suns, being the Suns figured out how to beat them last game. I think the Suns gonna beat them. I think that between Monty Williams and Chris Paul. Yeah, between. Between Monty Williams and Chris Paul being as smart as they are, I think they're gonna figure out a way to beat them, and they got enough weapons to get past New Orleans.
What did you say, Steve-O? You said Pelicans was up?
No, New Orleans.
One. Okay, yeah. I thought you said Pelicans was up.
I think they got enough weapons to get past. I think they got enough firepower to get past on New Orleans. I think they're smart enough to know how to beat them in the end. Because New Orleans is mad young, and when you get a veteran team like Phoenix who can adjust to certain things, and I think they have enough like firepower, and they've been together long enough to understand what to do to win in those big moments. You know what I mean? Because you can't really trust Brandon Ingram every game to put you 30 something. Like, I like Brandon Ingram, but he not that guy to give you to put up them buckets every game. He just not. And CJ McCollum, you know, he's
hold on. Chris, you smell that? I smell that. It's Tar Heel hate. I smell that.
He's right.
He got nothing to do with it.
He got
nothing to do with it, but yeah, you want to put it out there. It is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, you know what I mean? Hey, I gave him about as much love as I was gonna give him. So if you want more love than that, then hey, you better go find you a Duke fan or a State fan or somebody else. But this Carolina fan ain't giving him but so much love. I try to give Zion love, but he can't stay on the court. Duke players can't stay on the court half the time. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't self-inflicted, then it's injury. You know what I mean? We can go back to Jay Williams. We can go back to Bobby Hurley. I think didn't he get a drug habit or something wrong with him? So all these Duke players just flawed.
Y'all feel y'all stuff out based on okay, I got you.
Don't be hating because they love to play at Carolina. They be waiting to leave Duke. They love to come back. You know what I'm saying? Our players stay 3-4 years. Y'all players one and done. Be ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever been on Duke campus? Duke campus look like just a dry big church. It's like you walk around, you be like, what is this? What did I just do to myself? You know what I'm saying? But
you feel like you're somebody old, like Roman Church. Like real.
Yeah, like you one of them old 1442 churches, like back in
yeah.
But anyway, man, great show. We had the Parker Brothers on, great kids. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I wish them all the best. And I'm gonna just say to Jacob out there, 'cause I know he probably listening still. I told Jay, you're too old to be trying to hang out with these young boys. You better stay your boy home. I know he hosted a festival yesterday.
Yeah,
probably, you know what I'm saying? He stayed out in that sun too long. You know, he old. You can't be out there. You can't be. We ain't young. We ain't like you. We ain't like you, Steve-O. You can't be out there all day. We out there all day. We ain't doing nothing next day. We ain't getting out of bed.
I'm going to the Hawks game tonight. That's it, bro. I'm going to the Hawks game.
Yeah, I know that's right. But real quick, before y'all leave, I'm gonna end it. Before y'all leave, stay on for 2 seconds. I gotta tell y'all something. I got an announcement to make. So just stay on after the show for 2 seconds. I'm about to end it. So everybody, y'all have a blessed day. It's your boy Icon. Your man Steve-O. You know what I'm saying? Mr. All Georgia Everything. My girl Crystal, aka Miss Wildfire. We had earlier KB, the Jamaican, had to leave off early, but you know what I'm saying? Thanks for everybody for tuning in and continue to follow us. Y'all have a good day.